Dear all, greetings from Department of Mechatronics Engineering, Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology, Madurai. Today we are going to see about the topic sliding mesh gearboxes in automobile. Before going to the topic, first we know about transmission systems used in the automobile vehicles. In automobile vehicle, engine is the power source. In engine, the rotary motion is developed by using engine components, and the rotary motion is transferred to rear wheel for transport purpose. In vehicles, engine and the rear wheel is connected by using the transmission systems. In transmission systems, the components are clutches, gearbox, drive shaft or propeller shaft, universal joint, differential and rear axle. Now we go to the topic gearboxes. Gearboxes is the device is fitted in between the clutches and the rear axle to help the road vehicles to get the power of the engine in varying ratios. The main function of gearbox is it exchanges engine power for greater torque and thus provides a mechanical advantage to drive the vehicle under different conditions. It also exchanges forward motion for reverse motion also. There are so many types are in the gearboxes. Sliding mesh gearbox is the one of the basic gearbox type. In sliding mesh gearboxes, the components are clutch shaft, then main shaft and lay shaft or counter shaft. In this diagram, we are having 4-speed sliding mesh gearboxes. In this type, we achieve 4 forward motions and 1 reverse motion. The first gear is achieved by we move the selector mechanism in the gear lever forward the sixth gear is meshed with the fifth gear of the lay shaft. So the engine power is transmitted through clutch shaft, then first gear, then lay shaft through the second gear, then directly go through the fifth gear, because the fifth gear only meshed with the sixth gear of the main shaft. The 3 and 4 are not meshed with any gears with the main shaft. First we see the diagram. In main shaft, the gear diameters are gradually increased, but in lay shaft, the gears are gradually decreased in the diameters. So example, in first gear, the fifth is more smaller than the sixth gear. So we achieve 4:1 ratio speed. An example, the engine is developed 4000 rpm means your wheel is rotated 1000 rpm only. So we get more torque in this first gear type. Then the second gear is achieved by if the driver move the selector mechanism of the gear lever first to neutral position, then move the gear lever to reverse position. The selector mechanism lever is connected with the dog clutch assembly. The dog clutch is move the seventh gear of the main shaft to the position of fourth gear of the lay shaft. So now the fourth and seventh gear is meshed. Now the engine power is transmitted through clutch shaft, then first gear, then second gear of the lay shaft, then 3, fourth gear to the seventh gear of main shaft. Then the power is transmitted to the next transmission elements. Now we achieve more speed compared to the first gear. Example, our engine is developed 4000 rpm, means the vehicle running at 2000 rpm. So we are having 4:2 ratio. In this gear, the torque value is little much lower than the first gear. Then the third gear is achieved by if the driver then move the gear lever to neutral and change the lever position, the third gear is connected. In the third gear position, the number 3 gear in the lay shaft is meshed with the number 8 gear of the main shaft. Other gears are not connected with any main shaft of the gearboxes. So now the power is transmitted by clutch shaft to number 1 gear, then number 2, then number 3 of the lay shaft, then the number 3 gear is meshed with the number 8 gear of the main shaft. So the power flow is clutch shaft 1, then 2 gear, then 3 gear, then 8th gear of the main shaft, then the main shaft is powered by the rotary motion. Now we achieve 4:3 gear ratio. Example, your vehicle engine is running at 4000 rpm, means the output is 3000 rpm. Now the speed is much increased than the first gear, also having torque also, but not greater than the first gear. Now we need more speed or highest speed than the third gear, means we put top gear. It means maximum gear in the respective gearboxes. Now we are having 4-speed gearbox, so the fourth gear is assumed by top gear. The top gear is achieved by the main shaft is directly coupled with clutch shaft. So the clutch shaft is rotating 4000 rpm, means the main shaft also rotate 4000 rpm. The shafts are directly connected by using the dog clutch and the gear lever. So we achieve 1:1 gear ratio. If you need to reverse your vehicle means we achieve by using the reverse gear. In reverse gear, we change the direction of the motion of the motion by using ideal gear. If we add one additional gear in the main shaft and the lay shaft, in between the main shaft and lay shaft, we achieve reverse motion as possible. In reverse gear, the speed is low compared to the top gear. Now we see how the reverse gear is working. The driver is move the gear lever from neutral position to reverse gear position. The ideal gear is connected in between the number 6th gear in the main shaft, at the same time number 5th gear of the lay shaft. So the power transmitted from the clutch shaft to gear 1, then gear 2, then directly go to the main shaft to through gear 5, then ideal gear, then 6th gear of the main shaft. So the power flow is clutch shaft, then first gear, then number 2, then number 5, then ideal gear, then 6th gear of the main shaft. So we achieve reverse motion also in this type of gearboxes. The main advantages of the sliding mesh gearbox is it's simple in construction, low manufacturing cost compared to other gearboxes. It is having relatively low manufacturing cost, but the main drawback of the sliding mesh gearbox is noisy in operation, because we are using spur gears in the type of sliding mesh gearbox. Then we are sliding the gears frequently, so we are having more maintenance cost compared to other gearboxes. Thank you.